This is Shaheen here. Today's lesson is on repeated addition using arrays. What this is it's an introduction to multiplication when you get to the end of second grade. We began that before we got dismissed for the quarantine. So today we're going to go over that. Repeated addition, equal groups, and multiplication. Multiplication is not a second grade skill, but when I teach my students, we get excited and we write our multiplication facts along with it. I don't grade it against them, but it's a bonus for those who choose to do that. So today's lesson was sent to you guys earlier. Here's our problem. First problem, well, let's start at the beginning. Rows go across, like you row a boat across an ocean. So rows go across, like you row a boat across an ocean. Columns, think of the columns at your house. Usually they're big white columns. Many people have it in the front of their house. They hold up a structure. They go up and down. So columns go up and down and rows go across. Very important to remember that. Okay? Today we're going to designate our rows using a blue marker and our columns using a green marker. So our first problem here, rows. So rows go what? Across. So we're going to go across. Now I'm going to put a line so it's going to help you to remember and not get confused. So we have one row, two rows. Well, how many is in each one of those rows that go across? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to write 4 plus 4 equals 8. So we have two rows of 4 that equal 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. For our columns, they go, and we're going to use the green, up and down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns of, how many is in each one going up and down? 2. So we're going to put 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is also 8. The number of items did not change, just whether we did rows or columns. So now we're going to get to our multiplication part. If we have 2 rows of 4, we would have 2 times 4. And if we had 4 columns of 2, we would have 4 times 2. So 2 times 4 or 4 times 2, both equal 8. Multiplication, remember multiplication, it doesn't matter what order you multiply. Your answer, is going to still be the same. Okay? So 2 rows of 4, 4 columns of 2. 2 times 4, 4 times 2, both equal 8. Right, our second problem we have, remember rows go across. We have 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. In each row they have how many? 2. So we're going to do 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. And I used the wrong marker, guys. Columns go up and down, up and down. So we have how many in each up and down column? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So if we did 3 rows of 2, our multiplication problem would be 3 times 2, right? That's saying you're taking the number 2 and you're adding it 3 times. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, 3 times 2 is 6. If we took our columns, 3 times, oh, this is supposed to be a 2. No, I'm sorry, it's a 3, okay. Okay, so we had 2 columns of 3. 2 columns of 3. So that would be 2 times 3. So that's saying you're adding 3 2 times. That's all multiplication is. It's telling you how many times to add a number to itself. So 2 times 3 is 6. 3 rows of 2, 2 columns of 3. 3 times 2, 2 times 3, all equal 6. Okay? Our next one. Go back to using my right color blue for my rows. So how many rows? We have a row here and a row here. How many is in each of the rows going across? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. columns go what? Up and down. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 columns with 1, 2 in each. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. So for my multiplication, if I have 2 rows of 3, that's 2 times 3. That's saying I'm adding 3 to itself. I'm adding 3 2 times. So that's going to be 2 times 3 is 6. And if we did columns, we have 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 3 times 2. So that's saying you're adding 2 3 times. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So 3 columns of 2, 2 rows of 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. Guys, the last one. Rows go across. We're going to do 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. How many is in each row going across? 3. So we're going to have 3 plus 3 plus 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 3 more is 9. For our columns, up and down, 1, 2, we have 3 rows. How many is in each of those? 3 columns. How many is in each of those columns? 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 is also 9. Multiplication is going to be the same because you have 3 rows of 3 and 3 columns of 3. So it's all going to be 3 times 3. So remember, multiplication is just saying how many times to add the number. 3 times 3, you're adding 3 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Tomorrow we're going to continue on with arrays. You guys are going to create some arrays for us and do your repeated addition and hopefully your multiplication. Bye-bye.